Hey everyone, hey Jesse here, bringing you another video. Today's topic I want to talk about are stocks. And there's a certain sector that I want to really talk about. It's the EV sector. And break it down even more, I really want to talk about Ford. I have a very bullish thesis on Ford. Got a good feeling about them. Did a lot of research on them. Hoping that price comes down even more. I don't know if a lot of you have been seeing, but the market has pulled back quite a bit. Kind of over this COVID Delta variant. It's something to think about. But I feel like for me, it's just a big opportunity for me to buy some more. Actually, just get into it for my own portfolio that I have with Robinhood, and just feel like this is going to be a big one for me. I really have a bullish thesis on Ford. Several reasons. I want to get into those. Number one reason why I have a big bullish thesis on Ford is their Ford Lightning truck is coming out. And that's supposed to be coming out next year. And that's going to be a big deal. I'm really excited about this. I've been looking at some articles about how people have compared it to their other vehicles, plus people just getting into other EV vehicles. I know, like, comparing it to even like the Mustang. I've heard great things about the Mustang, read really good things about the Mustang, and I just feel like these are all going to be huge things for Ford, and I think Ford's really going to blow up. Now, I know a lot of people think that electric vehicles are coming really quick. I disagree with that. And there's a couple reasons why I disagree with that. Number one, right off the bat, I was reading an article about 1 in 5 people who have bought electric vehicles actually switch back to gas. So there's a couple other there's a couple other reasons why. But the number one reason that I was reading about why people are switching back is just because of the convenience factor. They can't really drive very fast or very far. A lot of these vehicles, they're only going about 200 miles, maybe 250, just on like road trips. Because number one, they don't want you to charge it past 80%. Number two, they don't want you to get below 20%. So you've got about 60 percentage points in there that you have to fit to, your battery. So almost half of your battery life is lost just because of what the batteries contain right now. They're just not ready yet, in my opinion. And I think you're seeing this also kind of happen with Congress too. They don't think that they're ready yet. I was like USPS, they were supposed to have a big contract with Workhorse. That deal did not go through. They went with Oshkosh. They kind of went hybrid, but everything was still fuel, just because probably they weren't going to be able to get the range that they need, and the infrastructure is just not there yet. I know a lot of people probably disagree with that. I think, and this is just my opinion, but also you're seeing 20% of the people that are buying EVs switch back to gas within a year. You almost need you need a second vehicle, especially if you're traveling far, probably 3-4 hours away. It's just kind of hard to find that charger. And then you have to sit there on that charger forever. I mean, to even get a good charge, you probably need about 2 hours is what I was looking at. So once you get close to that 20%, you have to pull over, you have to stick it in, charge, and then you have to kind of pull back, and then you can take off again. So it's losing a lot of time whenever you can just pull up to a gas pump, fill up in less than 5 minutes for most vehicles. It's just a huge difference. And then, you can go into the convenience store, buy something, all that, you can have all that done with just in a couple minutes. It's so quick, convenient. Now, we can go into other things, but I'm trying to stay on Ford right now. So, as I said, the USPS contract didn't go through. went with Oshkosh, just because they're not ready yet. The infrastructure is just not there yet. And I think that's another reason why Ford's going to really benefit from this. I think Ford's going to, just because we're not ready yet. I believe, this is just my opinion, honestly, we're not really ready to go full electric for at least 2040. It's almost 20 years away, from my opinion. You look at what Congress is doing as well. They're passing these, like this infrastructure bill that's probably going to go through. They have bipartisan support. You look at what the electric vehicles, what they were talking about originally. They were supposed to get like almost $170 billion just for charging, tax credits, all these things that they were supposed to be benefits for going electric, going green, I guess, if you want to call it that. But now they're only offering about $7.5 billion. So that's a huge chunk out. And it's just because we are not there yet. We don't have the technology. The battery range is not there yet. It's not something that I think that we should be investing in. I know other places like China, they're kind of getting more and more into this stuff. But we're just not there yet. I don't think anybody is there. The batteries just don't have quite the range that we need. And I also want to talk about something else that I'm really excited about with Ford. Their transit van. I know a lot of you who, especially independent contractors, construction workers, a lot of people own those. And those are another one that I'm really looking forward to seeing. A lot of people like to see this, going green. And I think that's going to be a big one. I know a lot of people right now are concerned about the range. I'm not concerned about the range in the transit. I know a lot of, I was reading some articles about, they're only ranging to 180 miles. Well, most people, especially in the city, I was reading another article. They were talking about how, honestly, they only need about 120-mile range in a day. And then they just go home, they charge their vehicle up, they're ready for the next day. It's really not that big of a deal. I'm actually more bullish on that Transit van than I am that Ford Lightning. And that Ford Lightning is really something to look at. I encourage you to watch the videos on it. Just drive down the road and look how many pickups are, especially Ford though. Just look at that. And I think this is going to be a huge thing for them. This is what I believe. I believe, my opinion, I believe that people are going to end up liking this truck. And then there are a lot of people that I've been reading not a huge fan of Tesla. They see a lot of problems, interior problems. Like, for instance, just one off the top of my head, Tesla has those butterfly doors on the Model X. And they were just talking about how whenever it's raining, or it did rain, those butterfly doors just let water just right in. So you basically have to go through the trunk. Just one of those things, inconvenience. Yes, I like what they were trying to do with that, but I don't know exactly how they're going to fix that. And you don't want that water just coming in all over your interior. It's white too. I mean, Tesla has that white interior, that cream color, I guess you would call it. I don't know. It's just not, it wouldn't work for me, at least, especially having a family. But I do like the idea of not being able to, hit the car next to you, especially with kids. They kind of just swing it open and not paying attention, really. Wind can catch it. We all know these things. But these are the reason why I really think that Ford, that Lightning truck, they just need to nail it, which I believe they will. But that range, the batteries will keep on getting better. They have plenty of time to get all this stuff kind of lined out. Because in my opinion, we're just not ready to go full electric till 2040. I know I've seen like people talking about California, how they plan on banning gas vehicles by 2035. I think that's pretty much a stretch at this point. I don't know if I would even, I don't think that's even going to be an option. They're going to have to revisit that at some point, just because the infrastructure is not there. Like I said, even Congress still not quite on board. $7.5 billion compared to what was at least at one point we talked about 170 billion. Now, whenever I heard about the 170, I thought, okay, this may work. But when's the last time we've had an infrastructure package? It's not going to happen. Now, these are going to pop up. We're going to start giving some tax incentives to have electric charging ports, outside the store, maybe even gas stations, all these things. I'm not saying that it's not going to be a process over, quicker than probably what I even think. But just the battery technology, all these things, I don't know. I just think it's going to be a while. And I just think that Ford's going to have that nice transition time. I mean, not to say that Tesla's not, but Ford's also going to be building both. They're going to be having their gas, electric. I think people are just really going to gear towards that. And Ford's just got such a big market. I have two Fords. Me and my wife have, an Edge, and then we also have a Focus. Love both of them. Really great vehicles. Might be a little biased, maybe. I don't know. Just looking at all this stuff, though, I really have a strong feeling about them. Now, I'm looking to buy them, hoping for somewhere around $12. So with this market pull down, kind of a sell-off for fears. This chip shortage is going to be an issue, but that'll all get fixed. Not too concerned about that. They're already seeing some lighting up on the chip shortage by the end of quarter 3. So, we're kind of looking at probably August to September time. They can kind of get things rolling. Still won't be a good quarter for them, so might be a good buying opportunity by October time whenever their earnings come out for third quarter. Just really excited. Really excited to buy in. They cut their dividend because their CEO, they got a new CEO. That's very typical for companies to do that because they're investing, new money, new places. I was reading that Ford's going to be investing $30 billion by 2025. So from now to 2025, in this technology, how they can improve the batteries, everything. And I believe they're going to be able to do it. I really do. They have plenty of time. They're going to be building both at the same time. I know gas is, pretty high. So I think a lot of people are going to be excited about getting into this EV market. But at the same time, you're going to be practical. It's just not practical sitting there for an hour, maybe even 2 to charge your car. And then you have to go. And I don't know. I just don't see that being a big trend in the near future. Now, maybe by 2030, we can, really start to evaluate that. I think the technology will be there. Then it's just about charge points at that point. And I think we're a little ways off from that. But hope you enjoyed my bullish thesis on Ford. Have a good feeling. Looking to buy in really soon. Really excited about it. So hope you enjoyed. Thanks.